Well, welcome to the Living Room series. We're just so happy that you've joined us. Jerry and I are both so happy to be part of the music team at Unity Spiritual Center in Westlake, and we're having such a good time doing this Living Room series for you. I know music is just one of those powerful ways that keep us centered. One of my own childhood memories that is so important for me is the times when I was quite young and my sister and I would sit on the couch with our dad and we would just open up a songbook and just sing from that, and at those times I just felt so peaceful and so loved and comfortable and safe. And so I hope during these times, as you are in your living room or whatever room you find yourself in, whoever you're with, that you find some peace and comfort and joy from the music that we're going to share together tonight. So as we've done every week, I want to start with the 5 basic unity principles. And so the first of it being the foundation of everything. There's only one presence and one power, God. And so that is the cornerstone and the foundation on which everything else flows. And so when I can make that number one, my life works so much better. So there is only one presence and one power, God. And we're going to start out by singing Cornerstone by Daniel Nahmod. And I love the part of this that brings it all together for me. Something solid, something true, something never moving beneath me, something ancient, something new on which I can rest completely. And that is the cornerstone when I remember that there is only one presence, God. That's the foundation underneath everything, and then I am more at peace and more joyful. So please join me as we sing Cornerstone by Daniel Nahmod.
I cannot
Cornerstone by Daniel Nahmod. If you're watching, Dad, I love you. Thank you for all those memories. You were such a cornerstone for me in my childhood, and you still are. And then from that place of knowing and having that foundation under you, the cornerstone that is God, one presence, one power, the second unity principle is that I am. If God is and I am, then I am God in expression. And if I am, then I know that the same is true for you. And we are all one, and we are all together. And so there's a nice song that I love to sing. It's just fun to sing by John Hardesty. It's called God in You, God in Me. We've done this a lot. And this is just a great reminder of that second unity principle, that it is God in me expressing in and through and as my thoughts and words and actions that give me the foundation and power in my life. And it helps me to see that good in you too. So God in you, God in me, it's the love that sets us free. God in you, God in me is the light we all can be. And this is key. It's the essence of us all, the whole of humankind. It's the source of all my good, the universal mind. So sing that with me. See the God in you, and it does feel so good to join together in community from that place of knowing. And we do that every week at Unity Spiritual Center, and again, we are finding so many ways to stay connected and see that oneness and see that connection with each other. So I love it. And the third unity principle is how our thoughts are so powerful, and we get to choose the kind of thoughts that we think. And as Joanne was talking about in our lesson Sunday, another important piece of that in that third unity principle is affirmations and denials. And sometimes people get a little confused about what that means, that it means that you're denying reality and you're just saying everything's great, but it really isn't quite that. There are things going on in the world, and sometimes there are things that are challenging in life, and that is part of the human condition of being here as humans. But the denial part of things is not denying that things are happening, but just denying that you're not giving any power to it. You're denying that it has any power over you. And so easy examples of that are just, I give no power to fear and worry and doubt. And then turning around and affirming, at the center of peace I stand. Nothing can harm me here. No matter what I'm going through, at the center of peace I stand. So it's as easy as that, just denying that these other things have any power over us, and remembering God is the foundation, God is that cornerstone, and then affirming that truth that we know. So I wrote a little chant that I just gave you the lyric to, at the center of peace, and this is another great walking song for me. It gets in my head and it just spins over and over, and I can replace it with lots of words. At the center of love I stand, at the center of God I stand, at the center of joy and of love. So you can fill in the blanks, and we'll probably sing it a few times and try some different ones. But at the center of peace I stand, and nothing can harm me here. So this one has a real fun rhythm, so I'm going to get that started, and then I'll start you out. Get it up a little bit. Fun. That's an easy one that you can use anywhere, and I hope that will be one that you can remind yourself that you can choose. You can choose your thoughts and do some denials of the power of anything but like worry and fear, and take a hold of that idea that God, there is only God, and it's at the center of me, and that's where there is peace and love and joy. I've also been thinking a lot about the fourth unity principle of prayer and meditation, and I've been thinking about it as a triad. So there's, before the silence, there's sometimes an asking, so centering into the idea of one presence, God, and that God is and I am, and that I get to choose my thoughts. So as I'm getting ready to center into silence, though, there's a period where I can ask, and I can ask some of those questions like, what is mine to do, and what would love look like here, and how can I be at peace, and all those kinds of questions that you can take with you into the time of silence. And meditation itself doesn't have to be quiet all the time, and to prepare us for that sense of the asking part, let's sing together, Just Ask. This is a fun song that I like a lot, that Jerry wrote the music and I wrote the lyrics to this. We wrote it once for a fall program, and the important part of this is the questions you don't, let's see, who wrote the lyrics? The questions you can't answer are the ones you don't ask. And I love this song too because it features Jerry on the organ, and you may or may not know this about him, but he was a jazz organist in Cleveland in the 60s and 70s, and I've always kind of wished secretly that I could hear that part of him, and I think this song gives you a little bit of flavor of that. So you just have to ask. Ready, Jerry?
Yep.
2, 3, 4. That's fun. Yay, Jerry. You're the best. And so even though that wasn't a quiet song, I think that's an important piece that I'm seeing about leading into my prayer and meditation time. And so then from that place of settling in and asking, I can take that question into my time of quiet. And there's been so much going on out in the world, and I think one of the hardest things for people these days is the uncertainty of it all. When will this end? Will it end? What will it look like? What will the economy look like? What will healthcare look like? There's just so many unknowns of how it will look to get back to whatever that new normal is, and it can be really scary at times. It can be very underlyingly unsettling, and that's what I've been finding. And so this song came to my mind again by Karen Drucker, Let Go of the Shore. And the image of that in my mind, just to let go of holding on so tight, just let the water carry you. So let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Float into the mystery. So there's so much mystery, and there always is mystery in life, but I think prior to all of this happening, it's easy to be complacent and just feel like we have control and we're in control of everything. But in truth, there is so much that's the mystery of life. And when we come again with that foundation, that cornerstone that is God, knowing that God is in and through and as me, that I will be safe and everything will be fine. So we're going to sing together, Let Go of the Shore by Karen Drucker. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just go And so from that just moment, this pause to taking a deep breath and letting go, let go of the shore, let go of holding on so tight, let go of the unknown, the uncertainty, and just float into this mystery, knowing that wherever I am, God is. God is everywhere present. I cannot be separate from God. And in this mystery, I have all that I need. I have everything inside of me because I am God in expression. So breathe. Just take a breath and feel that safety of knowing. It's safe to let go. You have all you need. There's only God. Cornerstone, God, carry you into this mystery. You have all you need. You are safe. And all is well in this mystery. God and I are one, and you and I are one. So it is. Amen. And so that third part of the triad I've been feeling around this is the asking and then the listening. Listening and just allowing inspiration and guidance to come. And we don't have to know the full next, we don't have to know where we're going to end up. We don't have to know all the answers to the mystery. Sometimes it's enough to just know the next moment. What can I do in this moment to express more God? What does love look like in this moment? So keeping it a little bit smaller and staying present with that awareness of the truth. And then from that moment of inspiration, then we take the action. And so that's the third part. I've thought of it as asking, listening, and then acting from that place. And so from that place, then there's a readiness that comes forward for me. When I follow that kind of a plan, then I'm ready, and I'm finding more ways to use the gifts that I've been given. But it always does start with readiness. You have to be ready. So I love the song by Janice Stanfield and Greg Tamblyn, Ready to Use the Gifts I've Been Given. Janice Stanfield has a lot of great music, and we've used a lot of her music, janicestanfield.com. And Greg Tamblyn is a funny guy, so if you're looking for some spiritual comedy in these days, you can check out Greg's website. He's got a lot of fun stuff out there as well. But you know this song, I hope, and I'm going to sing the verses, and then you can join me in the chorus. But ready to use the gifts I've been given. And let's see. There's several times you're going to get, I'll let you know when it's time for you to sing, but I'm going to start out with the verse.
As a way of giving thanks for what's been given to me.
difference that the whole world can see. But if I can show more kindness, that's what matters to me. Wait a second here, I'm changing on the outside, finding gray in my hair. But the difference on the inside is that I don't care. I'm losing my desire to be what I'm not. And I got what I want, now that I want what I got. I got a strong heart. I got a strong love. And I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. Ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. Ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. And I know, and I can just promise you that when you do say yes and you open up and you're ready, then you will be inspired. You'll find that next right step, and you will feel so good when you take action and you step a little bit past your fears and you let it out. You will feel so good. I have been telling Jerry that I'd love to do perfect shows. I'd love to do a perfect program where there's no mistakes. And as we put it together, I'm reminded of the Navajo, I think it was, that as they would create their weaving, they would always put a mistake in there to just remind us of perfection. And that is really evident there. And so, to close our program tonight, I want to remind us all that so often we wait for something out there to change and happen. When's it going to be different? Who's going to come along and make this better for us? And I think we have to remember that we're the ones that we've been waiting for. We have to take the action I can't control so much of what's happening out there, but what I can control is my own thoughts, my own actions, my own words. I can do the centering. I can remind myself of the truth. I can focus on my cornerstone that God is. And so when I can do that, then I remember that I can make a difference. I'm the one that can make a difference right here in this corner where I find myself. So we are the ones we've been waiting for. This is another great song by Karen Drucker. Ready? 2, 3. We are the ones who will make one who makes a difference in the world by being who you are, and that is enough. You are enough and more than enough. Thank you again for joining us. We hope you've had fun today. We hope that you're finding peace and joy and comfort in these living room sessions. And don't forget to join us on Sundays at 11 for the church services at Unity Spiritual Center in Westlake, and take advantage of some of the classes and meditations and so many other ways that we are finding to connect together. And in the meantime, stay safe and well and be the light. Love you.